The second story I want to share is of a friend of mine. She already did Terrain, and when she was here we did a biofeedback scan. And what's very important, the biofeedback scan, it finds frequencies and you can just run it with a killing preset. And it's not a diagnostic tool. If you want to diagnose it, you have to go to a doctor. But there is a reverse lookup method, and then you can see if some frequencies are in previous scans. So it's very convenient for that. But you can also see some, maybe diseases where it is linked to. And I looked at that, and there were a lot of frequencies that were connected with the intestines. And that was interesting for me, and I told her, oh, maybe look at that area and maybe take some probiotics. The next day, she got this air bubble in her stomach, and it was really bothering her. And we did a specific scan, so we used the TENS pads, and then you put them on the area that you experience something. We put them there, did a scan, and again I did a reverse lookup. And what was interesting, the stomach ulcer was in between all the frequencies. So I'm not saying that she had that, but it did pop up. That evening she had this crazy pain in her stomach, like crazy. She's not someone to complain, but she was like, what's happening? Should I go to a doctor? It didn't feel right at all. And she thought, okay, I try to get a good night's sleep, and then if it's not gone the next day or even less, then I should really go to see a doctor. And she we ran the frequencies that came from the biofeedback scan that were on there, and I even selected some programs as well for her stomach, and we did a specific grade scan with that as well. So you can select programs and then do a scan to really select the frequencies from specific programs that will work the best. And we combined that, and we did a short contact treatment as well. So we used the pads. Those are a bit more intense, they're faster. And then we put the frequencies on remote. They're more gentle, but they can run 24/7. And she went to bed and she was in so much pain. And for some miracle, she fell asleep and she didn't wake up from any pain. And the next morning, it was gone, and like completely gone. And well, if you would have seen her the previous evening with the pain she had, and I would tell you then that she would wake up without any pain, you wouldn't believe me, but she did. So I'm not saying that she had a stomach ulcer. It was very fascinating how Spooky picked up things with her belly, later on the stomach. And we did a scan the day that she was pain-free, and the stomach ulcer was not there anymore. So for me it was a huge confirmation that with the frequencies you can run with the Genix scan. This is a very fast scan, by the way, like 10 minutes, and then you have a whole body scan, and great scans go even faster. And then you would just run them. You don't have to think it. I did a lookup, but you don't have to, because sometimes there are also things that aren't really connected. So don't be bothered if you're like, okay, this doesn't make any sense, because that's not where it's for. But for me, this story, this combination, well, it was so convincing that you can find things when they're not really out there yet. So you can prevent things. I definitely believe that before they become a real health issue.